What's up, my YouTube family? Back with another body cam reaction video for y'all. You hear me? Appreciate y'all for tuning in too. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button, share this video with your family and friends, and subscribe to follow me on my journey. Let's get into the video, y'all.
On July 22nd, 2023, a trooper with the Louisiana State Police, Troop G, observes a man in a Nissan Pathfinder commit a traffic violation. The trooper would catch up to the vehicle and make contact with the driver, Tony Mitchell, and tell him the reason for the traffic stop.
He's got it on now. When he came by, he leaned forward wearing a white shirt. No seatbelt. Good morning.
Look at him that jumped his ass straight up out of the car, knowing he's supposed to remain seated, y'all. That's a sign of something wrong right there, ain't it?
Hey, I'm Trooper Williams over the State Police. Stopped you weren't wearing your seatbelt when you passed me back there. You have a driver's license? Yeah, when you passed me back here at the store, you were leaning forward and you had that white shirt. There was no seatbelt coming across. It was sitting on the pillar. And when we pulled in here, you had it strapped. But when you passed me up there, it wasn't on.
My seatbelt don't even sit on the pillow.
All right, let me take a look.
Let's sit right here.
Yeah, on the pillar, right? So when you passed me, there was no strap coming from here. They were both hanging, right? You weren't wearing it, or at least it wasn't across your shoulder. Did you have it under your arm or behind your back?
Nah, I had it on. That's why when you pulled out, I was like, damn, I'll get pulled over.
You definitely didn't have it on. 100% didn't have it on when you passed me. I know that for a fact. Now, when we pulled in here, you had it on. I'll give you that. But when you passed me, I checked it 3 times.
I thought I had it on.
I understand.
Listen to him, y'all. At first, he knew he had the motherfucker on. Now he talking about they thought he had the motherfucker on. You hear me?
And you probably, as soon as you saw me, went and snatched it on. I understand that.
Nah, cause I didn't even see it till you got behind me and hit the lights. I didn't even see it. I don't know. This it.
Is that your driver's license, or do you not have a driver's license?
Yeah, I have a driver's license.
That's a Class I, which means that's.
Look at him, y'all. You hear me? He don't know the difference from his driver's license, his ID, y'all. You hear me? All this shit right here, because you're riding around with no seatbelt. And I ain't comfortable without a seatbelt across my chest, y'all. You hear me? For real.
Can you look it up?
Yeah, I can, but you're required by law to have it on you while you're driving.
I thought I had it on LA Wallet.
You thought you had it, huh?
Are you the owner of the vehicle?
My wife.
You can step back to my vehicle while you do that.
All right.
What the fuck is he still looking for his license?
Morning.
Good morning. I've seen a little bit of this one.
I can't find it, sir.
What's your last name?
Sir?
What's your last name?
Butcher.
What's your first name?
Tony.
Tony,
What's your
your ass in
birthday?
trouble.
All right, you can step back up there for me.
Tony in trouble, y'all.
Right in between the headlights, man. Thank you.
After running Tony's information, the trooper would take a peek inside his vehicle.
Good morning, good morning.
Trooper, you all right?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. Just saw your lights.
Yeah, if you'll just hang out for just a minute for me. I might take a look in there real quick. It has a little odor coming out of the car.
I got you.
But I stopped, no big deal, no seat.
Like officer to me, they smell of odor coming from the car, y'all. You hear me? This man riding around smoking and everything, I guess. You hear me? With no motherfucking seatbelt on. Got to be more motherfucking careful and more smarter, too.
I'll turn it off for you. Is anything in the car not supposed to be in the car?
Nah.
All right, you put your hands up here for a second. I'm going to pat you down real quick. I can smell marijuana coming out of the vehicle, so I'm just going to take a quick look. Spread your legs for me.
Nah, they said they could have.
So, yeah, it just smells like you've been smoking in there recently. Is there anything in there? Mr. Mitchell? Anything in there?
What?
Anything in the car?
No.
No, like, maybe a little blunt roach? Something small, definitely nothing big?
I can't tell you.
Tony don't look like he's sure, y'all do it. You hear me? He don't look like he's sure when the police ask that question right there. There's a little roach sitting in the car. Like, Tony know he in trouble. Shit. Look.
Hang up the phone, man.
Now we see why Tony ass jumped out of the car soon as the police pulled over, trying to get over there to the police car so the police won't come up to his car and smell that smell. You put your motherfucking seatbelt on.
All right, understand you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, want to be appointed representative for any questioning. If you wish one, you can decide any time to exercise your rights and answer any question, making statements. You understand that? Sure, sir. All right, just hang out with him. Let me finish up, and I can probably cut you a summons for that, okay?
227.
USA 4, Illicit Farms.
Hi, beside it.
Louisiana. Zulu 35 9315. Zulu 35 9315. Louisiana on a plane 72.
I'll look. It's just a scale. Very familiar.
I just died and keep me in scale, so I know how much it is.
Go ahead, Richard.
2010 accurate, short unconfirmed.
Thank you.
G33, Richard 3.
233.
Note time, 966, please.
Sure.
Holy steady pulling shit up out of the car. He riding around with no motherfucking seatbelt.
Okay, all right.
How careless could you be?
That's 22 reasons, right?
You know what be the crazy thing, y'all? You hear me? When the police have traffic stops like this and they find shit in the car, the person can't do nothing but sit there and watch the police pull that shit up out of the car. Then they tell themselves, damn, man, I ain't even have my motherfucking seatbelt on all this shit because I ain't have a seatbelt on. He done got caught, got that mountain to my went to prison and everything. You hear me? I'm talking about all this shit over no seatbelt.
After searching the vehicle, the trooper tells Tony what else he found in the vehicle.
Do you have any gloves? Latex gloves?
I can get someone down here.
If they're not full.
Yeah, it should be the same.
Oh. Sit back here. I'm going to sit you down for a minute. You said you have been arrested before, though?
Son,
You said you have been arrested before?
been arrested like.
Hang on one second. I had to change the tire yesterday.
20 Louisiana.
What for?
Military.
What have you been arrested for?
Traffic violation.
What about criminal charges? Yeah, see,
1053 to the desk.
just a minute. Not a felon or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, whose gun's underneath the seat?
You go get next up for this Acura passenger car. Will be Louisiana 306.
I don't know about no gun.
306.
Okay, there's a gun underneath your seat. It was right next to all the narcotics that was in there, too. And you said that's your wife's vehicle, and you don't know anything about a gun. So you
No, I don't know
apparently
nothing.
don't know your wife very well.
She can have a gun, but I can't. I ain't never had no gun. I never
Why
bought
can't
a
you
gun.
have a gun?
I don't know. I never bought a gun.
What do you mean you can't have a gun? You said you can't have a gun?
Nah, I don't like guns.
Man, I know this man didn't just say this shit. You hear me? He fair to realize he telling on himself and everything. You hear me? 1 minute they say he can't have no gun, and then the next motherfucking minute, this man say I don't like guns. He must have had his motherfucking eyes closed, y'all. You hear me? When they put that bag under the seat, huh?
So you put the drugs there, right? Right next to the gun.
That's 34.
What you talking about? You don't know what I'm talking about? Well, you find out what I'm talking about. Forget about the sun.
The police don't want to hear that shit. Damn. He got pistol and everything, y'all. You hear me? He riding around, got pistol in the car, got weed in the car, y'all. You hear me? Ain't got no motherfucking driver's license. You hear me? And riding around with no motherfucking seatbelt on, blowing him a blunt. You hear me? He got to be more motherfucking careful. Police looking at that motherfucker.
What's the caliber? 32?
I believe it's 32.
Yeah, 50 Region 3.
The 50.
Insurance reback on 28 out of Louisiana. 406 Golf India Bravo. 406 GIB.
Yes.
Be on the red Chevy Malibu.
That motherfucker so old, y'all. Police can't even identify what caliber the motherfucker is.
G33 originally.
There you go.
And that's still 3 charges right there.
G33.
I believe it's 32 though.
2-4, it's negative.
The trooper would then talk to Tony's family to tell him what's going on, and they would try to save him.
Good afternoon. How can I help y'all?
I'm his mom.
Okay. All right. So how can I help you?
I was just trying to see what's going on with my baby.
Okay. He's under arrest. All right. Has he been arrested before? What for?
I can't remember, but I know he has.
You don't know what your son's been arrested
I don't
for? I would think
remember
that was a
what a long
major life event, though. I think you'd remember that for the rest of your life.
Look at her officer to put them on the spot, hit them with a big surprise. Then they heard me and asked him what he'd been arrested for. They don't know what the officer to talk to Tony ass about. Yeah, but they like,
It was a traffic stop.
Yeah, it was a
They
traffic
talking about
stop.
switching plates. And it was like years ago. We can't keep track like on what the charges was, but we know you got pulled over by switching the plates.
Okay. Do y'all know whose car this is?
Yeah,
It's all this
friends here.
Okay.
She's on the phone now.
Okay. Does Tiffany own a handgun?
She said she don't own it.
Okay, so your son owns a handgun then.
She
Nah,
said her
they don't
son.
own that. They
Hold
don't.
on,
That's
hold
why
on.
you need to let her
Hold
talk.
on, I'm finna give him the phone.
Is this Tiffany?
Yes, that's her.
No handgun either.
Okay.
Region 3, G33.
Hang on one second, Tiffany. G33.
1012.
1050, go ahead.
10-4. Send the CH to yourself and your sergeant. Sergeant confirmed he is a convicted felon.
10-4, thank you. Tiffany, you there? Let's try the speaker. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can. Do you own a firearm, Miss Tiffany?
I don't, but my son just got arrested on May the 6th because he has been getting guns and stuff and bringing them here to my house, and he might have put one in there, but he got arrested.
and I know damn well this woman ain't trying to blame this shit on her son. You hear me? This man ride around smoking. He done already admitted to this shit that's underneath the seat. You hear me? Man, she crazy.
Yeah,
Right, and so y'all been driving the car for the last 22 days, correct?
I have. But do you see how messy my car is? I don't want him to go down for something my son has done.
But you didn't say your son did it. You said you don't know if your son has done that. And your son hasn't been in the car for 22 days. Only you and Mr. Tony have been in the car for the last 22
No, I
days.
didn't say he ain't been in there for 22 days. I said he got arrested May 6th. Whenever,
No, ma'am. You said he was shipped out the 1st of this month, which was 22 days ago.
no.
Did she not say that? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, he was shipped out the beginning of this months.
That's 22 days ago, right? So
Her motherfucking son locked up, y'all. You hear me? She shouldn't even be mentioning her son damn name. You hear me? No damn well her son ain't got nothing to do with that shit. You hear me?
Minden Police Department. Because he was bringing guns here, trying to call in and tell them that my boyfriend had guns, trying to get him arrested.
well, I've never heard of that. So I don't know anything about that.
Well, they have it on file, sir, and I don't want him going down for something if it ain't even his.
Okay, what about, do you keep drugs in your car, Miss Tiffany?
No.
Okay, so there were drugs in the car, they're not yours, right?
Right.
Okay, so they would be Mr. Tony's, correct? Because he's the only other person in the car.
I don't know who they are, but I know that gun is...
How many people do you let drive your car that use drugs?
I don't know who all smokes.
So you don't know who you're loaning your vehicle out to?
She know that's Tony shit, y'all. You hear me? I understand. You hear me? Her concern for Tony. She should never be putting her son in this shit.
I tell you, we have no gun.
Okay, well, I'm telling you, I found a gun. Okay, so the way the law works, Mr. Tony's in the car by himself. Mr. Tony admitted to narcotics in the car. The narcotics that he had were placed right next to the gun. Okay?
I'm just trying to tell you what we've already been through.
But you said you don't know if your son's done that, right? You said he could have. And I'll agree that maybe he could have.
Correct. That's all I was trying to tell you, but you sitting here yelling at me and stuff.
I'm not yelling at you, Miss Tiffany. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, all right? I'm dealing with Mr. Tony, and I've got 3 or 4 people pulling up and phone calls coming in.
Yeah, because that's my car, and I have kids, I have a job. I can't just have... They trying to see if they can drive my car home.
Okay, I can probably make that happen, but it seems like you loan your car out a whole lot. How often do you drive it?
I drive it every day. I work for a surety, and I have to drive it every day.
Okay.
They drive it in the morning for work.
So who is going to work?
He was on his way to work.
Where does he work
They're
at?
working in Halton.
In Halton?
He's subcontracting under somebody.
Okay, what kind of work is he doing?
Construction.
Okay, all right. Well, hang on one second, Miss Tiffany. Do one of y'all have a valid driver's license? Either one, whoever wants to drive it, okay? And then give me a minute to fill out some paperwork, okay? So Mr. Tony's a convicted felon. He can't be around firearms, period, all right? He's in the car by himself. He's admitted to the drugs that he put underneath the seat. They were touching the handgun.
You probably didn't know that gun was in there. Just so fast.
You know, but what am I supposed to do when I'm on camera?
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand. They've been having trouble with this.
You can take it out for me, please.
With these guns.
No worries. We're not in a rush here.
Now my baby done got caught up in this mess.
Yeah, and
trying to go to work.
I mean, it wasn't like a blunt. It wasn't like a nickel bag. I mean, it's like a sack with a scale, right? So I could make the charge with possession with intent if I wanted to. All right, I don't think I'm gonna do that. But the problem is, he's a felon. He can't have a gun. The marijuana is going to be over 14 grams. Anything over 14 grams with a firearm is an additional felony in and of itself. Okay, so he's looking at 2 or 3 felonies already. Now I'm going to see what I can do. He hasn't given me any problems. He wasn't truthful with me.
He real sweet. My baby got 6 kids, man. I got his kids right now. Kept them last night so he could go to work tomorrow.
I understand that, but he's going to have to do something to clean his life up and get away from this.
He tries so hard.
Get away from this marijuana, or get a prescription if he needs it. They do prescriptions now in Louisiana. That'd be one thing. It wouldn't be in that amount or anything. But so give me a few minutes, okay? And I got to fill out some paperwork for you, all right?
Here it is, Tony the drug. It's people all in this mess and everything, y'all. You hear me? End up in prison and everything. You hear me? All over a little seatbelt. You hear me? Appreciate y'all for watching. You hear me? If you missed the last video, you can click the end screen to check it out. Until next video, I'm out, y'all.